Pandemonium, Humanity's Last Chance. Chapter 1. The Beginning of the End. It all began suddenly. Initially, there were only isolated reports of a strange fever, accompanied by hallucinations and sudden outbursts of aggression. The government tried to assure everyone that the situation was under control, but within a month, cities began to transform into zones of chaos. The virus, dubbed Black Gloom, spread faster than even the most pessimistic scientists could imagine. Those infected first experienced weakness. Then they began to feel as if someone was watching them. In the final stage of infection, the victim became part of a collective mind that operated as a single organism. Chapter 2. The Last Bastions. 6 months later, only isolated fortresses, fortified cities, and underground bunkers remained of civilization. The survivors feared not only the infected, but also marauders who took advantage of the chaos to seize power. Our main character, Ilya, a former doctor who lost his wife and child during the early months of the pandemic, survives among the ruins of Kyiv. He is obsessed with finding a cure, suspecting that his wife might still be alive somewhere among the infected, wandering the streets. Chapter 3. A signal from the past. One day, Ilya accidentally picks up a signal on an old military radio receiver. Someone mentions a secret laboratory somewhere in the Carpathians, where a vaccine prototype was once being developed. However, there's a problem. To reach it, one must traverse infected territories, where something far worse than mere infection lurks. He decides to embark on the journey, but he does not go alone. His companions are Marina, a former military officer with a personal score to settle with marauder gangs; Oleg, an engineer skilled in electronics and hacking, whose technical expertise has helped him survive; Max, a teenager who grew up in this brutal world and knows nothing but the struggle for survival. Chapter 4. Beyond the Line of Safety. The road to the Carpathians proves to be a true hell. The infected here behave differently. They are organized, almost as if they share one mind. And, worst of all, they begin to speak, not as isolated voices, but together, creating the effect of a terrifying chorus. The team stumbles upon an abandoned military base, where they discover video recordings that reveal the origin of the virus. It turns out that Black Gloom was not a random mutation, but an experiment to create a collectively conscious organism. Humanity had sought to create a superweapon, and in doing so, sealed its own fate. Chapter 5. The Laboratory and the Truth. Finally, the team reaches the laboratory, but it is no longer abandoned. Inside reside those who have retained a partial immunity to the virus. They are not like the typical infected. They can think, communicate, yet their nature is no longer entirely human. Among them, Ilya finds his wife. She recognizes him, but her consciousness has already partially merged with Black Gloom. She explains that a cure exists, but using it would mean destroying the new civilization that has begun to form among the infected. They are not merely monsters. They represent a new breed of human beings. Chapter 6. The Choice That Will Change Everything. Ilya stands before a monumental choice: to use the vaccine and return the world to what it once was, or to allow this new race to evolve. Perhaps they represent the next step in evolution. But then, what should be done with the remnants of the old world? While he hesitates, marauders attack the laboratory. They want to seize all the resources, sparking the final battle. Ilya is forced to make a decision right then and there. Finale: humanity or something greater. If he uses the vaccine, the infected will begin to perish, and the world will revert to its former order. But if he does not, he will become part of a new civilization and perhaps cease to be human forever. What will he choose? Thank you for watching. If you have any ideas for future stories, please leave them in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you never miss any new stories. See you next time.